After a little over an hour of driving, I just arrived at my latest destination that I've been dying to check out. And that destination is the Spider Gate Cemetery in Leicester, Massachusetts. Oh my God, I didn't think it would be that easy to find. I've been researching this online for the last week, and now I'm right in front of it, and it's like, there it is. It's not as hidden as I thought. Spider Gate Cemetery. I got my spider ring on specifically for my trip to Spider Gate Cemetery. This cemetery is actually called the Quaker Friends Cemetery, which is probably the most non-scary name you can think of for a cemetery. These gates is where it got its nickname. From what I read, the wrought iron gates here were supposed to be designed to look like rays of the sun, but instead, people thought they looked like spiders, so they nicknamed it Spider Gate Cemetery. So it's like they took everything peaceful about the cemetery and had to make it into something creepy. I'll just do a quick overview. This is supposed to be one of the top most haunted places in Massachusetts. It's labeled as an abandoned cemetery, but abandoned cemetery sounds kind of weird. Cemeteries aren't very active to begin with. People just visit them and they leave. They're not happening places. I'm going to be doing some Spider Gates legend debunking, and I'm going to be a bit of an iconoclast. Can you be an iconoclast about a place, or does it have to be a person? Anyway, I'm gonna be an iconoclast about this iconic spot. It's not as deep in the woods as you think. The road is like 2 minutes that way. There's a clear path right to it, and I can hear construction in the distance. So we're not far removed from society. It's not haunted, and it's really not creepy. It's actually a very cool, very awesomely historic cemetery in Leicester, Massachusetts. This is me touching the infamous spider gates of the Spider Gate Cemetery. That is so cool. See, check these out. Awesome. Oh, look at this. This is lovely. Somebody vandalized the sign. So it's private property, but it says basically don't come here after dark and treat it with respect, which is ironic because, as you can see, it's been totally vandalized. It's got like a old-timey lock to it. Oh, that's how you open it. A second ago, I didn't have the camera recording and I didn't know how to open that, but you lift and pull. Let's see if it makes a really cool sound when you open it. No, it doesn't creak. Let's try the other two. Do the infamous spider gates actually creak open? Nope. Somebody online opened them and they creaked. I think the town of Leicester must have oiled them. Yeah, here we go. Entering. Can you hear that in the background? You hear that like beeping, that like the sound of like a truck backing up? Like I can clearly hear that somewhere in the background. So myth number one is that this place is in the middle of the woods, completely far removed from society. It's not. It's very close to the road and very close to the Worcester Airport and very close to civilization. Then we have this. This is supposedly the hanging tree. And it actually is kind of cool to see it, but it's another myth. The legend is that a young boy hung himself from this tree, so they call it the hanging tree. But it's completely false. That never happened. I can see why they created that legend, because check it out. It's a really cool and creepy looking tree. That's like a horror movie tree right there. This is really not what I thought it would be like. It's really cool. It's very well maintained, well landscaped. The lawn is obviously mowed. There's a better shot of the supposed hanging tree. That is a creepy tree, I gotta say. I don't mean to be a fun hater and a killjoy, but nobody hung from that tree. So another myth about it is that in the center of the Spidergate Cemetery is an altar where they say there's been satanic rituals in the past. And yeah, also not true. There's no altar in the center of the cemetery. It is a raised area, and it has, I guess, concrete posts in a triangle. And it turns out it was just, there was a cemetery-related structure there at some point, and now it's gone. It might have been the meeting place for the funerals. Like when a funeral was held here, that area was where, I don't know, maybe the priest said his final words, but it's not an altar, and there were no human sacrifices, no animal sacrifices, no sacrifices whatsoever. The only altar in this cemetery is the altering of reality. Let's go check out the altar, because even though I'm debunking all the myths, I still think the history and the legends and the rumors surrounding this cemetery are really cool, and the fact that it's listed as one of the most haunted in the state is really cool, but it's not true. These people were Quakers. These were not like mass murderers. These were not prisoners. They were humble, peace-loving, hard-working Quakers. They're not going to haunt the woods of Leicester. So here we are at the altar. And so yeah, you've got like a concrete post there and a concrete post there. And there's another one. Oh, there's 4 of them. They're in a square. Yeah. Right there. And another one over by that tree. So yeah, you got these 4 posts, and this is supposed to be the altar. And the fact that no grass grows here, that is a little weird. Look, there's grass like all around it. See, you can see the green. So the entire cemetery has grass except the center. But I think that's because so many people have visited this spot that they walked all over it. You can tell, lots of people probably walk right there. I think this was more of an area used to conduct funeral business. Actually, this spot is the center of the cemetery. That's why it's noticeably worn down. A lot of people stand right here for pictures and for videos and to talk about how they're standing on the site of a satanic ritual that never happened. There's also a celebrity amongst the deceased. There's one grave, and that grave belonging to Earl Marmaduke. And the legend behind his grave is that if you walk around it 10 times at midnight on Halloween, every 5 leap years, like on your mother's cousin, sister's aunt's birthday, and say, "Speak to me, Marmaduke," he will speak to you. Like, what are we, 5 years old? That's a story you tell a 5-year-old, like when you want to creep them out. Like, way too many rules, but I just looked over and I found the infamous Earl Marmaduke grave. And here it is. Earl Marmaduke. Hey Earl, you're pretty famous on the internet. I know you don't know what the internet is, but you're pretty famous on it. And I'm about to debunk another myth. They say that I heard the area around the stone was worn into a circle, and it kind of looks like it was, but it not really. Like, they all look like that. His just happens to be on the end. You can't even really fit there. You can't walk around in a circle anyway, so another myth. But yeah, Earl Marmaduke. It's funny because I've been researching this place online every day for the last week. So again, it's really cool to see all this stuff in person. And I've been so excited to see Earl Marmaduke's gravestone that I feel like Mikey on Goonies when he finally saw One-Eyed Willie. Like when he finally entered the ship and was face to face with One-Eyed Willie, and he's like, "You've been expecting me, haven't you?" I feel like that with Earl Marmaduke. Earl Marmaduke, you've been expecting me, haven't you? People really do leave pennies on top of Earl's grave. And the rumor to that is it's to pay for the entrance to the river Styx. It's the toll you pay for your entrance to hell, which is really kind of insensitive to the poor Quakers buried here. What is this? Found an ancient remnants, an ancient pen cap. I think this dates all the way back to 2014. Oh, wait, I shouldn't litter, even though this was somebody else's litter. Here's another view. There's a path over there. It's a nice walking trail. There's supposed to be a whole bunch of ghosts in this surrounding woods. There's not. There was supposed to be a girl that was murdered in these woods in a cave. Totally never happened. Whatever. I also didn't realize that everybody's got the moniker of Earl. It's like Earl Nathaniel, Earl Amos, Earl Elizabeth. Yeah, again, next to Earl Marmaduke, they're all Earls, or Earl Winthrop, Earl Abigail, or Earl Deborah. I guess Earl was just their title, like Duke of Earl. I don't want to get too close and stand on him, but this guy was buried here in 2003. And the wife was 1985. So people are still being buried here as recent as 2003. There was one from 2000 over there too. So, and you can see there's a flag. Somebody put like a flag on that. So this really isn't an abandoned cemetery in the middle of the woods that's haunted. This is a frequently visited, active cemetery close to a main road. I did want to come here to enjoy the history and to show that it's not really haunted, but now I'm disappointed at how lovely it is. I'm disappointed in how not creepy this place is. Nobody tells you this on the other videos, but it is the least. As I'm speaking, I just hear bulldozers in the background. I'm a little sad that it's not as creepy as people made it out to be. I still love being here. It's really awesome. I love these gates. I was an art major at college. I like art, and that's art to me. I like that it looks like spidery gates. This part over here is actually creepy in a mysterious way. There's all these concrete posts. So it looks like obviously there was a structure here, and I'm wondering if it was a tomb a long time ago. There was obviously a building right here. So that's pretty interesting. Ooh, spider web and spider gates. Ugh. I just got clotheslined by a spider web. Ooh, that's creepy. Doesn't that look like a creepy face? Like, that's the eye, that's like a sunken in eye, that's the nose, that's the creepy mouth. The creepiest thing you'll find in Spidergate Cemetery is this knothole on this tree. That's about as scary as you're gonna find in this cemetery. So now I'm gonna check out this path. I thought this was a staircase. Like I thought that was like a stone staircase, but it's actually graves. Good thing I didn't walk down it. God. There's a back view of Spidergate Cemetery. This is from the back. The gates are way over there. And let's check out the haunted woods. So I'm in the woods in back of the cemetery, and I'm about to come across another subject of urban legend. Legend has it, this right here, this gorgeous babbling brook that I'm madly in love with, they say it's the river Styx. but actually it's the Kettle Brook River. Lovely name, the Kettle Brook River, and they have to go and call it the River Styx. This place never had a chance at even trying to be a peaceful, serene cemetery. They had to take everything and change it into something horrific. River Styx, spider gates, hanging tree. I want to live here. I would live here. If they started selling that land right there, I would buy it. I would buy it and have this river in my front yard and spider gates right in back of me. That'd be awesome. This is really nice. I could just sit by this. I think I'm going to turn the camera off and just relax with my thoughts. Not a sign of any ghosts. Come for the Spider Gate Cemetery. Stay for the Kettle Brook River. Kettle Brook. I think it's just Kettle Brook. Or whatever it's called, it's worth the trip. Look at that. The brook just empties into this little pool right here. I just want to jump in that. I want to sit in that. Look how clear this water is. That's the bottom. You can see right to the bottom. I'm not kidding. I might go sit in that. It's very humid out today. I'm very tempted. I lost my spider ring. That sucks. I'm playing in the river and I lost my spider ring. I found my spider ring. I was walking up and down the brook trying to find it, and it was in my pants. I think I put my hand in my pocket and it caught on the waist of my shorts. And I'm glad I found it because I want to play a game. I'm going to hide this spider ring somewhere near Spider Gate Cemetery for whoever watches this video to find. So if you're watching this video and you live in the Massachusetts area and you're gonna visit Spider Gate Cemetery, I'm gonna hide this spider ring. I'm gonna show you where I'm gonna hide it. And so let's see if anyone wants to find it. So if you're watching this, I'm about to hide it and I'll show you where I'm hiding it. And yeah, so I'm gonna hide this. If you see this video and you visit Spider Gate Cemetery and you find this ring, post a video, post a picture, and send it to me that you found this ring, because I just want to see who finds it. So that's the game. You get a free spider ring at Spider Gate Cemetery, and then bragging rights about finding it. So yeah, I'm gonna hide this now, and whoever wants to find it can come on over to this very not haunted cemetery and find the Spider Gates spider ring. So now I'm gonna hide the spider ring for anyone watching this video to find. So what you do is you go to the back of the cemetery, find the Southwick grave, which has the staircase of graves behind it, but don't walk on the graves. Then walk down this path. And when you get to this stone wall, look to your left where this dead tree will hopefully still be. And I'm going to hide this spider ring right here. So, there it is. There we go. It'll be under this rock and that rock. So yeah, under those two rocks, in the wall, near the dead tree, down the little path. Let's see who finds it. So yeah, if you find that, post a video, post a picture, send me a message. I want to see who finds it. That's candle wax. Candle wax. Purple candle wax. See, kids are actually coming here and holding seances. But how cool is your seance if you're using bright purple candles? That's lame. They might not be kids, they might be weird adults. But yeah, don't hold a seance in Spider's Gate Cemetery. basically, if you want to come here to be really freaked out and creeped out and for a really haunting feeling, it's not going to happen, because as I hear something in the woods and get freaked out. But so you get here and you're all excited about being freaked out and surrounding yourself with mystery and legend and all this like creepiness. The bulldozers in the background are kind of ruining my haunted experience here. So yeah, Spidergate Cemetery. Definitely worth checking out, but definitely not haunted.